Shall we move on down the list to Ray
Yeah,
Charles?
sure. Yep, Ray is next. Go ahead, fire
Alrighty.
away.
Well, I start with this one. Is that my mom's all-time favorite song ever? I mean, there was no second place. Was "I Can't Stop Loving You," which was Ray Charles doing a old Don Gibson song.
I was going to say, I thought that was a country song to begin with.
Yeah, it was a country song, but it was number one on the country charts, but it also crossed over big time to popular music, to pop music.
You talk about Don Gibson's version or Ray's version?
No. Ray's version. Ray's version
okay,
crossed
yeah.
over. Don Gibson's version really Don Gibson was a better songwriter than he was a performer, without question. But
Is he the one that wrote "Oh Lonesome Me" also?
Yep.
I know Neil
That was
Young
it.
did a version
Yep.
of "Oh Lonesome Me," and I
Yeah.
think I have a version by Don Gibson too.
Yep.
Sounds, well, with the way Neil sings it, it sounds entirely different. But yeah, same
and
song.
actually of course this is slightly off topic, but Don Gibson wrote a song called "I'd Be a Legend in My Time," which Ronnie Milsap had a crossover hit with that one. And so anyway, but yeah, Ray
It's
Charles
not off
is
the
another
topic if you're talking about music. Anything music related
Well,
is
true
we're on
enough.
topic. I mean,
one. That's true. Yeah.
when I started talking
But,
about eating sushi, is that we kind of got off the topic.
well,
that's okay.
There's always we can always edit a little bit.
We're human
About it.
here, and
Yeah.
we're not perfect, and there are going to be times we admittedly will make mistakes, and if we have to edit them out, fine, and if we don't, we just leave them in.
Well,
but
my
anyway-
editing program does have the if it comes to that. But no, Ray Charles. God, he was one of these that he really did sing soul. He really was kind of a pioneer of soul music.
Well, I Can't
came up
Stop
during the
Loving
50s
You, I
and-
believe, and I think Georgia on My Mind, those were on that album called Modern Sounds in Country and Western Music, which his record company told him, don't put that out. It's never going to sell. You're not a country artist. Why would you even bother? And it went to like number 2 on the charts, the album, and the songs were like probably some of his most popular, like in the case of Your Mom, I Can't Stop Loving You. And, of course...
she loved Ray Charles anyway, but
extremely.
yeah, she loved Ray Charles anyway. But I Can't Stop Loving You was her all-time favorite song ever.
Which leads me to the segue that
Yes.
he is universally claimed to be the most popular African American performer ever. More so than Michael.
Okay.
If you're looking generation by generation, you got to figure 50s, 60s, 70s, even into the 80s, he was doing commercials and stuff, and he was well known. So. And his music is still extremely popular amongst aficionados of rock and R&B and soul. So I can understand that.
There's not a lot of people you can say. We'll cover him, talk to him about him later. But Elvis, Ray Charles influenced Elvis Presley.
Sure,
And
I'm
Aretha,
sure he did.
and Stevie, obviously Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah,
But Van Morrison, Billy Joel. All
Sam
of these
Cooke.
people. Sam Cooke, absolutely,
Because
absolutely.
they both started, basically trying to bring together both secular and gospel music, and
Gospel music,
both were
yeah,
successful
blues.
in doing it. But I think Sam Cooke followed in Ray Charles's shoes.
Yeah. That was just he's just an amazing performer.
Like,
So
yeah, you were talking about people doing versions of his songs. I never knew this, but I knew Johnny Cash did a version of "Busted." What I did not know, and that's probably one of my favorite Ray Charles songs, but in the song, Johnny Cash's version was released first, but although it's a fantastic version, it never really went anywhere. And then Ray, who basically, it was a country guy that wrote the song. Harlan Howard, I think, wrote the song "Busted."
yeah,
And
yes, Yes.
And
Yep.
Ray Charles, after he did it, his version obviously went higher than even Johnny Cash's. Because as somebody
That
put
is
it,
one
might
of my
have been,
favorite songs. Yeah, Ray Charles.
it might have
songs
been
is
Harlan
the
Howard
Busted.
that said, he put a little soul into the song. So,
Yeah. Oh, and What'd I Say? I mean, that's
oh,
classic
gospel sound.
absolutely. And I mean, and everybody did that. I mean, I heard Jerry Lee Lewis live do What'd I Say?
Oh yeah,
In one of his concerts back when he
he
in
did
the '60s, actually.
a recorded version of it too, not just live.
He did?
The other one that
Okay.
the other one that did Elvis in one of his movies did What I Say, the one with Anne Margaret. The name of the movie.
Viva Las Vegas.
Thank you. I failed to remember it, but you just reminded me.
That's okay.
Yeah, he's covered by a lot of artists. Jerry Lee, Elvis, Bobby Darin. I mean, everybody did Ray's stuff. I would think a lot of modern artists would cover his stuff too.
Oh yeah, well, someone from a little bit later who I wouldn't have thought this, but someone who lists Ray Charles as an influence is Roger Waters from Pink Floyd.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. See, you learn something new every day because I had never, ever known that. I mean, as much as I love Pink Floyd and followed their careers and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I never knew that Roger Waters was a big Ray Charles fan. So you've given me a bit of trivia that I will carry to my grave, Rocky. So
There we go. There we go.